Hey house guests, welcome to today's BB Can 6 updates and spoilers. It's the last one. Okay, so I should have started doubling up the house guests the day earlier, but I didn't. So today we have 8 lovely people to shout out. We've got Michelle Edwards, we've got Andrew Armageddon, we've got Ash, Ian Armstrong, Mark Katina, Paul K, Randy Westgard, and Rosemary Gross. I feel like I'm at the Oscars. Thank you guys so much for the support. We really, really appreciate it. And to everybody who has contributed to our Patreon, thank you so, so much. Alright, so when we left off yesterday, the feeds had just come back after the BB Can Awards. We don't know, if any former house guests came in and helped them get ready, because, we haven't heard them talk about that. And they weren't wearing, special ill-fitting outfits or anything when the feeds came back, which we usually see, so who knows what happened. I guess we'll just have to find out on the show. But Paris was practicing her nomination speech because that hadn't happened yet, and she's planning on putting up Derek and Kayla, of course, and she was drunk. Apparently, she drank her wine, she drank Kayla's wine, because Kayla's a smart girl, and maybe even somebody else's wine, I'm not totally sure, but look at your life, look at your choices. Any true Big Brother Canada superfan would know that they do the Power Veto competition the same day that they do the awards, so it's probably not a good idea to get drunk. Okay, so anyway, Paris is like, I hate being drunk, but I love being high. So then Big Brother's like, remember that Canada's watching. Okay, so then Paris and Will were acting out some mock nomination ceremonies, lots of curse words, calling Kayla and Derek dumb bitches, stuff like that. And then Will had his turn to do his nomination speech, so he's really obsessed with Derek maybe kind of looking like Leonardo DiCaprio when you close your eyes and look really fast. But he's brought it up so many times this season. He's like, Derek, you Leonardo DiCaprio looking F, you're up on the block. He's calling Kayla the little person, you know, because he's just so tall. And anyway, he puts on Derek's jacket, pretends to be him, and then he takes off the jacket, throws it down, and stomps on it. All I have to say is, how sad is it that Will is practicing the speech that he'll never get to make? Aww. Okay, so anyway, then the feeds went down for the nomination ceremony. I can't wait to see this, because, do you think it was Slur City? Yeah. But Paris put up Kayla and Derek as expected. And then I think it was maybe 10 minutes after the feeds came back, it went up on the living room screen hey, Power Veto competition today. And they were shook. They were not expecting this so soon. They thought it was going to be tomorrow, I guess. Do you guys not watch the feeds? Do you guys not watch Madrosed daily updates and spoilers? Do you not read Hamster Watch or Jokers? What is this? Why are you so surprised? But Paris was just like, oh my god, I feel like puking. I feel so hot right now. I've been drinking all day on an empty stomach. I need a nap. Ah. So, also I want to note, Paris did wear her choker shirt and her, I was going to say plastic bag, paper bag pants, just like she planned. Okay, moving on. Oh, I'm so congested right now. I feel like Paris. Ah! So then, Derek and Will were whispering in the bathroom area. This is go time, okay? They need to secure some stuff before this competition. So Derek is like, if your Paris win, you're going to have the only vote for this eviction. Keep me, because I will bring you to the final 2. That's a lie, says Maury. So then they go to the bedroom to chat some more, the red bedroom, and Derek's like, Will, I'll say it again. If you keep me this week, if you win the veto, I will take you all the way to the final 2. And Will's like, but if you win the veto, are you taking Kayla in the final 3? And Derek's like, I haven't decided yet. Why? You want to make a deal or something? So Will's like, I'll swear on anything, blah, blah, blah. Let's make a deal. They all put on their costumes so they'll get noticed in the crowd. Just kidding. Does anybody get that reference who's watching this? Or am I just really, I watch a lot of old TV. I don't know. So anyway, Will says, I'm losing it. Will says that everyone's best chance moving forward, to win, is to go to the end with him, because what has he even done in this game? You know, who's going to vote for Will over anybody else? I'll tell you who. his friends or like somebody who's super bitter. So he says, your game-winning move is to cut Kayla. Let's go. So they both swear on their families that they're going to take each other to the final 3 if they win the veto. And both are lying. There's no freaking way. No way. Derek would get rid of Will, and Will would get rid of Derek. Right? Okay, so Derek is like, yeah, I mean, I gotta get rid of Kayla. We probably won't even date after this, let's be honest. Okay, so then Will chats with Paris. He tells her, oh, Derek tried to make a deal with me, and Will says he will break his morals. He would not actually take Derek to the final 3 if he wins the veto, but he'd like to see if Derek goes back on his word. Yo, if he goes back on his word, you're going home. Come on. And it's not if, it's when. So anyway, they agree that Derek is the biggest threat, and he has to go. Okay, so then after that, the girls were studying, the guys were taking cold showers to sober up before this competition, and then Derek was giving himself a pep talk. He's like, you can do this? You're going to win? He says that he wants to win this so that his life is not in other people's hands. Yes, he made that deal with Will, but it's bullshit. Everybody knows it. Yes, he's close to Kayla, but who knows what she would actually do. And he says this is his house, okay? He's going to win this. So then Kayla comes in, they pump each other up, and Derek is like, it's you and me in the final 3. Woo! Alright, so then the feeds go down shortly after for the Power of Veto competition. It was just before 9 p.m. They stayed down all night. So I believe it was probably an individually timed competition. The feeds came back around 7:30 this morning, and the house guests were all sleeping, so we didn't know who won for a while. Big Brother let them sleep in past 11 a.m. because they were up super late, and it took a while, but we finally found out that Kayla won the Power Veto. Slayla! Remember when people thought it would be a good idea to keep the showmance in the house? That's hilarious. So anyway, then it was confirmed because there was like a leak, or maybe it wasn't a leak, but Will was off camera, and we could hear him say like, oh, I've come to terms with it. I know that Kayla's gonna pick Derek over me, which is stupid. Yeah, maybe for you, not for her. So then the house guests were called to the HOH room, and the feeds went down. I'm assuming this was for Hasbro, but I'm not totally sure on that. So then later, after the feeds came back, it's finally time for Will to campaign to Kayla. So anyway, he's like, oh, where's your head at? Are you thinking of keeping Derek or what? So Kayla's like, I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. And she had just talked to Derek before this, and they were both like, let's not tell Will right away what's going to happen, but, you know, let's see what he's got to say. So then Kayla's like, I know that I have to cut Derek eventually, but I'm not sure this is the right time. Because she just really has this vision in her head of her cutting him at the final 3. Which I think she truly did want to do for like a really long time. But now I'm not so sure. Now I'm thinking she might want to go to the end with him. And it might be better for her. Because I don't know if she would beat Paris in the end, depending on how bitter the jury is. So then Will lays out his points, and he's like, this would be your $100,000 move, blah, blah, blah. And he says that people are not going to vote for you if you pass on this opportunity to take Derek out again. Why not? I think that's so stupid. Why should she have to cut her ally when she's played a bomb-ass game, you know? You're supposed to go to the end with somebody that you think you can beat if you're playing like that, and I think she should beat him, right? Anyway, Will says that Derek came to him before the veto competition to make a final 3 deal, so he was thinking of cutting you. Not really. But Kayla knew that there would be something like that happening. Like, it was never 100% confirmed that Derek was going to go talk to Will before the competition, but they talked about it before in the past, and they were like, whatever deals we need to make, we'll make them, and we'll just go back on them if we need to. So then Will is promising Kayla that he would take her to the final 2 if it's up to him. Bullshit. First of all, that would never happen. He would take Paris. Second of all, that would never happen. He's not going to win that final HOH competition. No. So he's like, I know I'm only playing for second place anyway, so I know I wouldn't beat you or Paris, so it doesn't really matter who I go to the end with. So then, that's fine and dandy. But then Will starts threatening Kayla with jury votes. And yes, I'm saying votes, plural. Not just his own, but other people's too. He's like, your best move is going to the final 2 with me. And if you cut me, I can't vote for you in the end. And he says, Maddie, Ryan, and Johnny won't vote for you either. So that's 4 people. You're gonna lose. As if he has that much influence. But anyway, he's like, if you get rid of me, I'm gonna have to go to the jury and campaign so that you won't win. Wow. So Kayla is like, so you're saying you'd be a bitter juror? Like, I'm a little surprised that you'd be voting that personally. Yeah. And he's like, oh no, it would be game, blah blah, your best move is to go with me. So then Kayla's like, alright, you're telling me that I will gain the respect of the jury if I cut Derek. What's the difference between me cutting him now and me cutting him in a few days? And Will's just like, you might not get the chance again, so who knows? Blah, 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 blah. He's saying it would be sketchy. He's saying he wants to go to the final 3. So then Will just continues to swear that he would take Kayla to the final 2. Kayla's like, I'll think about it. Okay, so then Kayla goes and talks to Derek, tells him about the conversation that she just had with Will. Derek's like, let me guess, he swore that he'd take you to the final 2 over Paris. Of course. So then Derek thinks that the part about the jury votes was really gross. I have to agree. I feel like this season there have been so many people who have been trying to use their jury vote as leverage, and it's just like so bleh, right? Like I mean, yeah, you can use that, but it just feels really nasty. So then Kayla brings up the deal that Derek made with Will before the power veto competition, and Derek is swearing he would never actually cut Kayla, and I believe he's telling the truth. Later he talked to the cameras and he was like, there's no way I would ever cut her. But here he's like, yeah, I told you about the deal, you know, I'm not trying to be sneaky here. And Kayla is like, yeah, you told me, but she's not happy because he waited until after she won the veto to tell her about it. So that's kind of weird. He says he was just playing the game, but like he would pick her, obviously. So then Kayla also brings up how Derek said to Will that they wouldn't like be anything dating-wise after the show. And Derek's like, I just had to say that to make it more realistic, okay? Don't let that get in your head. So Derek promises over and over that he won't cut her. He would never embarrass her like that in front of Canada. Is Kayla like, I would. No, but he says, I know you're a huge fan of the show. You care about being here way more than I do. I would never do that to you. Alright, so then Paris goes and campaigns to Kayla for Will. It's the same stuff that Will was saying, minus all of the jury stuff. Actually, she did talk about the jury a little bit. But she was like, you have a better chance of beating Will than Derek. And Paris is trying to convince Kayla that she wouldn't necessarily choose Will to go to the end over Kayla. Come on. No way. No freaking way would Paris pick Kayla over Will to go to the final 2. No. So then, again, she's telling Kayla, people are not going to respect you if you don't cut Derek right now. And again, I'm saying, why? She played a baller game. Don't be like that. But anyway, at 2:08 p.m., Arissa appears on the TV screen in the living room. She tells everyone to report to the living room. And Derek mentioned multiple times he really loved Arissa's purple blazer. Nice. Okay, so then Arissa... Okay, this is always weird because the way they do this, they always have a lot of pauses in between what she's saying for, like, editing and stuff. So Arissa's like, hi, everyone. I'll leave out the pauses. As you know, this season of Heaven and Hell has been so full of surprises at every single turn. Tonight is no different. Tonight, one more of you will be sent to jury. Welcome to a special eviction. Woo! So then, the feeds go down for that, after that, for the rest of the season. Yay, we did it! So, I'm guessing Kayla will send Will home. We'll find out on Monday's episode? Right? I'm not sure if Monday is the BB Can Awards or they're going to wait till Wednesday. But I think it's pretty safe to say she's going to get rid of Will. So that's where we are right now. We're going to be down to 3. So I just want to thank you guys all so much for watching. We're still going to be recapping the rest of the episodes, so make sure you check that out. Thank you guys for the support, everything. Thank you for, what am I saying? Thanks to Mom for filming all of these, and for only falling asleep sometimes. That's for real. Sometimes she falls asleep filming these. It's really funny. But I totally get it. So thank you guys again so much, and until next time, much love.